is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The long off-season has finally and mercifully come to an end, and we're ready to open a new campaign. He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So the Auburn Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. Takes the handoff and he's going right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Complete. Pulled down for the tackle.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking good.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand this, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. That's caught. It's Royer. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running with the fullback. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back. And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the front?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
The give to the big fullback. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. but the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting into the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop when you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot. Third down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, sprint.
Looking for the end zone. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wide receiver going in motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Bringing the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best, and that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets it past the marker. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Line gets set, 1st down. Give to the fullback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Royer. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Well, I think the quarterback was trying to push that ball deep down the field. Nobody was open, though, so he finds his fullback for a short gain.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense, got him at the 27. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Henderson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
they have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On the direct snap, it's Henderson. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Wants to pass. Touchdown, Tiger! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing them because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get. And make the stop at the 19. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Got enough for the first down. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Now on first down from the 30. Big fullback's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. goes to the option. Slithers into space. He's brought down. But it'll be enough for a first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout called by the offense.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Handoff to the fullback. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up. He tries to take the top off. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. Something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this era to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Quarterback may change this route. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Give to the fullback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. On the option. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up.
The analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to front.
Man, you got to get Hatch around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Now on the option. The pitch. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal. Drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that.
Oh, he's got some space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. The Tiger quarterback getting it done on the ground like they've seen at Auburn in the past.
And the great Auburn teams, it always seems like they got a quarterback with great mobility that can get 1st downs, and it kind of sets the table for the rest of the Auburn offense.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly. Quick completion to the right. Powers through. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Turning it on! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The give out of the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line, it's Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Fires left. Got him downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do something.
Scores on the sneak.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line getting set on second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Making side adjustments here. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
To the ground. He's got it again. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This crowd knows when to bring it. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll go to the fullback. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Trying to pound it in. They run it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now they're up by 9 in the 4th. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They'll immediately call timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. He'll start this drive firing. Finds a tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Henderson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. On the move, he fires. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with the win.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, to understand, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing. And